Looks like we're ready to go back to school today with the Moon Mission Science Kit by LEGO Education. This is set number 45200, contains 519 pieces, retails for $49.99, and set was provided by the LEGO Group for late review. Thank you, LEGO. And yes, build, solve, and invent. Oh, I can't wait. We even get 2 science experiments, but what are we looking at here on the front? It looks more like we have an animated background with a minifigure and a little bit of something there and a spaceship. I don't know what we're looking at exactly. So far, the box art is pretty colorful, but I'm not too sure. So get ourselves a few minifigures with this and some deformed tomato plant. We don't know. And yeah, you don't really know what we're building until we get to the back. So it looks like we have 2 possible independent builds, or maybe these could be used by the same pieces. We don't know yet. And just by first impressions, this looks more like one of those LEGO mission sets or just some random space thing. I don't know. I have no clue. Okay, let's crack this open and get ready to learn here. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of education sets, and honestly, when I heard about these, I thought they'd be something different. Hopefully they are. And just by unboxing this so far, it looks like it's just your sloppily packed LEGO set at best. But we're going to see here. Is this the lesson plan? So obviously we have 1 book here. We get a few numbered bags. Let's see here. Oh, there's another building guy. We'll take a look at those in a bit. Alright. But it just gets smaller and smaller, huh? Put that back there. And so it looks like we have 6 numbered bags. That's not too bad. A couple of 6x16 plates floating at the bottom. We're saving those for the extra credit. And yeah, so from what I can tell here, it looks like we're building some models, but we're missing some stuff. So I think you have to engineer these up yourself. I don't know how that's going to work yet. But there are 2 lesson plans. I mean, are these 2 individual lesson plans? We don't know yet. But let's take a look here. Oh, there's graphics. We'll have to save that for the build installments. I'm looking for the parts list right now. And yeah, indeed, it does come with a brick separator. That's even better. But for the most part, just by first impressions, it just looks like a very glorified LEGO space set that just got an education name slapped on it. I don't know, but it looks like we may have to freehand build stuff. We don't know how this is going to work yet. So what I'm thinking of is that these are more and more separate builds. So I think the first thing we're going to do lesson plan. Yeah, lesson plan, number 1. Okay, which should be this. And don't worry, I've had that scan long before you even get to it. And let's see what we got here. The whole point about these videos is to just kind of take a browse here. Hay is right. We should mean hay like for horses. Now with the beauty of 4K, you can pause that and read that at your own leisure, or you can download this from the official LEGO shop. LEGO Education. We ignite curiosity and empower children to take learning into their own hands. Honestly, why don't we take learning into our own hands? I learn more by hands-on than I do from a book, to be honest. And yeah, I'd say it looks more like this is a comic book than anything else. What does a rocket need to land safely on the moon? So, okay, we got a little bit of history here with this. The physical science disclaimer focuses on stability and how an object stays standing on the surface, especially one that is uneven. That's the leveling jacks under your 5th wheel. You know what, just by looking at this, I wasn't too sure about the front of the box. It just didn't look like it'd be all that exciting, but so far it looks like we're in for a treat here. And yeah, so it looks like this is grouped. So we build a little bit of the portions of stuff here. And yeah, and I'd say that's how this is. Build, build, build. Who doesn't like building? But the other one, I'm going to take a sneak peek. I'm not going to, okay, so the second one does that. So it looks like we have two individual lesson plans in here. And that means that we could just build with a friend and we can learn together, right? Who doesn't like learning with a friend? That's the best way of doing it. And honestly, I've learned more just by hanging out with friends and just doing it solo. And I think we're ready to go here. But before we do, the disclaimer time, and yes, these videos are just meant for my notes, not to be construed or considered as professional product reviews, how-tos, or tutorials. These are just merely my notes. I will try my best to cover everything in the video, but I may miss something, I may mess up on the build, or I may get my hands in the way and cover stuff up. So we cannot count these as professional stuff. These are just merely for entertainment purposes, and we'll leave it at that. But hopefully this will be enough here to change your mind on exactly what we're going to be building here. Okay? Okay, well, let's begin with bag one. Let's build it. Now, I'm trying something a little different today. I am working on a split memory card system right now. I'm trying something different on this camera. So, I just got done filming a friend set. Today is the 4th of February, 2026. And yeah, looks like we're going to be building a space-themed set. Now I'm more into math and computer science, so... Now, well, we'll see what these goes here. Oh, we got Technic beams. Uh-oh. Oh no, we're going to be here for a while. We got plenty of small bags. So what I'm gathering is that we'll do both lesson plans in separate build installments. So this will be like part one. Okay, I didn't know if it was going to be one or two. But after this, guess what we'll start with? I want to be the very best that no one ever was. You can guess what that is. You know exactly where we're going with that theme there. But right now, before we can have our dessert, we got to go to school and learn our lessons, which is always a good thing to learn. It tells you how to use the brick separator. Okay. All right. So I'm hoping there's going to be a little bit of trivia or some maybe educational stuff in these. Now, for those who don't know, I was going to be a school teacher years ago until I got into computer programming, but when I found out computer programming was paying significantly more, I thought, oh, I better not. Okay, I've never seen that before. Coral. Cool. Yeah, so these videos here are just mainly... Oh yeah, I forgot to read on the disclaimer, we will be checking parts. And yeah, you can probably... I could see that through my dusty viewfinder. Look at all the scuffs and scratches. Yeah. Well, we're already down to a 9 already, Lego. I haven't really put anything together yet. So it looks like we get a little bit of everything here. Oops, I put that on backwards. Yeah, you have to watch the video all the way to the end. You know what I forgot to plug in again? That ring light. That ring light will kill me one day. So, I think each build installment will take roughly about an hour. So, when we do the tour, it'll just be done like that. Alright, so we don't need that right now. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm kind of all over the place. And yeah, I'm still fighting with that cold. She's got a double-sided head, but I think we're going to do this one. Now, mixing Lego with education is fine. I'm going to tell you, I mean, it just depends. You know, some people just don't want to learn all the time. I'm like that too. I don't want to have to learn. But especially at my age, though, I learn at least one item every day, at least something new. It's always good to learn something new every day, because, well, it's better than nothing. And there's the space helmet there. Now, if you want, you can put this on your figure, but we're not going to do that, because we're going to brave it and go out in the elements here. And that takes care of the minifigure. Okay, now we're going to focus on maybe part of this. I don't know. So I don't like splitting my memory cards, but unfortunately I'm going to have to do it. But we'll see here. Right now I got to prove the snowplow and some small sets. And then I may be able to continue on here, or I may just use my other memory cards that I have and fill them up. I haven't decided if I want to buy any new memory cards and go back to the old way, but I think I'd rather just leave it like this right now. So, yeah, before we can get to the fun stuff, folks, we're going to have to do this one first. And one of my buddies is saying, are you going to get to the Pokemon sets? I really want to watch those. I said, right now, my main focus on right now is getting stuff done that's here. And right now, the education sets are coming next. That's it. After I get done with this one, then we'll do a Pokemon set. Then I'll just go back to City, then Friends. Until we finish up a theme, then we'll skip that theme and just keep going. Right now, I got a lot of stuff going on, personal-wise, so it's going to be... I'm going to be rather busy. So it's a better way to break up the monopolist, just to do a little bit here and a little bit there. Alright, so far the instructions are easy to follow. I'm not having any problems here. I bet there's a mirror to this. No, there's a platform here. Okay. But Jay, I want to get to the Pokemon. I know, me too, but we gotta wait. You always have to wait for the good things. You can't just get them when you want them. And yeah. I thought when they said we were going to get education sets, I thought, oh, okay, we're going to have something that does with numerical analysis, calculus, and all that stuff. But these are more targeted towards maybe elementary, junior high stuff more than anything. But, you know, we'll see how well it goes here. We'll see how well it goes. I mean, it's always something new here. My channel will always provide something new, that kind of thing. And if you watch my build of the puppy treats thing, or the, what was it, the dog treat bakery, yeah, I got all my rants out, so we don't have any rants right now. I'm sorry. All right. And yeah, so I'm not sure what we're doing here. We're just building up, I guess, the thing right now. We're just doing a little bit of terrain here. Of course, this could be Earth. We don't know yet. We have no clue what that is. We will find out eventually what that is. All right. Okay, now it looks like we're going to be rotating this around. I notice we have this here, so maybe there's experiments at the back of the build. So maybe this blue is actually here, is supposed to be built, and we don't know what those other things are. We'll find out what these are in a bit. So hopefully, I'm going to try to cover everything as I can in its entirety here. Don't make guarantees though, so I really can't. I got a bunch of files to clean off anyway, so we can move on. I may just come in here and nail this one out tonight and be done with it. And then we can go on to catching some fictional creatures. And the one thing that we can focus on is building friendships, right? Who's ready for some Pokemon? Okay, so I'm taking it that this here, that's probably the Earth, and this is the Moon. So I think what you have to do is you're going to have to maneuver some obstacles or something like that. I'm just guessing. I don't really know. But we will find out eventually what we're doing here. That's the beauty, though, about building sets sometimes. I have no clue what the build's about. Now, I mean, I could read ahead. I'd browse through this a little bit. But that doesn't mean I really know what's going on. So I think that this is the Moon here. I don't know how critical parts placement is, but it might be worth noting. Okay, now it looks like we have some kind of thing here with Technic. I mean, so far it just feels like your average Lego set. I mean, it's got at least some bright colors into it, but I don't know. We'll have to see how the set goes. I got all 4 of these. I'm hoping that these are going to be very rich with learning. So the book obviously does have some of the learning objectives and stuff in here, but the only way to find out is to see what it is we're really doing here. But if you really want best sets for robotics, go into Technic. They really have a lot of good stuff if you're into that. Or you can get into Mindstorms if you want to start getting into robotics, AI, and just coding in general. So there's a little bit of everything for everybody. In fact, I didn't even look at the age range on this set. What is it anyways? Well, it said 8+. So yeah, it's probably what it is. Probably for junior high level students. But of course, if you're 5 years old and you want to learn how to do this stuff, I mean, just take your time, do some research. It should be fine. I don't think we're going to have to do a research project or a dissertation on this, so I think we're okay. But who really knows, right? We don't know. We're still putting it together. In fact, this is not the biggest of this. I think this is the second largest that I have. There's one actually a little smaller than this. Okay, we got to make 2 of these. So this is probably the thing that holds the rocket up, huh? I don't know what that's called. The rocket stand. Jay, you're just coming up with some names. I don't know what all this stuff is, so we're just going to go with the flow here. I mean, if I mispronounce something, then my apologies, but I'm not into space all that much, so I don't know. Computer programming, mathematics, some sciences, yes, but space, no, I'm not an astronaut or ever wanted to be one. I mean, it's interesting so far. I'm going to say yeah, but this is more or less this is more or less like a space theme that I'm not interested in. Okay, that's what it looks like so far. And then we tie these 2 pieces together here with one of these. Okay. We're sure putting a lot of stars on here. These would be nice to use for your beach theme or an underwater theme, huh? Whoa! Maybe we'll have to learn about gravity next, huh? I don't know what that's for. Is that to annoy the teachers? Keep hitting that? Yeah, I think that's what that's for. But, okay, I see what we're doing here. Yeah, I mean, the color palette seems okay. Unless you're into this. But the price part for like 500 and something pieces for $50, it's not bad for what it is. If you're looking just to get this for parts, and I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think these are going to do very well. But we will see, though. This is Lego's brand, so we don't know what we're going to be doing here, but hopefully we're going to get something going here. Okay, now this goes here. Okay, what I'm going to have to do is raise that up, because now what it shows that the lever is here. I don't know how critical it is. Well, it doesn't matter, you can rotate it, so we'll put it where it shows it. Maybe that's the water, the green grass there. We have no clue what that does. Looks like we're building part of a little space shuttle, so let's get onto that there. And then after I get done with all this, I got to fix a dinner. But I'm going to try to do the first lesson plan today. I might be able to do them all, but something like this, dun 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 dun, I'm going to have to do a close-up build on. That's not looking good because I don't like doing close-ups. It just drags out the build a bit more, which I really don't want to deal with. Jay, why did you accept these sets? Because I didn't know what they were at first. If they ever offer education, I'll just probably tell them no. Well, let's see what kind of parts are in here, but you know. Okay. Not too bad. Usually educational sets are usually targeted towards institutions, but some have said they've spotted these in the wild in stores and stuff, so I don't know. I mean, it's got some bright, vibrant colors in here. I have to say that, because the other space sets that we built were usually just kind of washed out, but this one's not too bad. We got the dark blue, we got the green, the bluish green, we got coral. So I mean, you want to make these as fun as you can. I mean, that kind of thing. And I still got that fluid, that scratchy cough, so I'm trying to not cough in your ears here. I'm supposed to go out and get my new phone, and I thought, I'm not filling up to it. So that's what we've done so far. I thought, yeah. Well, so far so good. It's not space worthy yet, but we'll find out here. Okay, I can always use more snot bricks, but I have a feeling a lot of people are just going to buy these probably for the parts. I mean, I understand where Lego's coming from with this, but I don't know. I mean, educational. All right, we are missing a plate here. Oh, because buried way over there. That's where it went. No, see, I didn't accuse Lego this time. I'm trying to keep my cool here. I've already got enough problems. I don't need to have to add any more on right now. I mean, it's building this. I mean, it's just average. It just feels like I'm just putting this together. I just don't feel I mean, it's using some bright colors, but I just feel like I don't know, I'm trying to think of a word for it here. It just doesn't feel all that exciting to put, maybe because I'm not into space, but there's 4 other themes. I hope it's not all space themes. Okay. Okay, we could set our minifigure. No, we're not going to do that yet. Well, they got this bare minimum here. And then this here, okay. it goes like this. Okay. So the blue hand from the void comes out. Some may have referred to as the hand of God. So basically you swing this thing around and stuff. And it just says solve. But what we're going to do, we're going to just try it with this here. Well, let me look here. I'm having a hard time even making this thing work here. So it's telling you that, it tells you from where it's at, which was sitting like this. You push this down here and you rotate it, and it does that, but this is supposed to bend like that. Okay, what are we doing wrong here? This thing's really just sloppy. But I think that's what the solve is. We still have a few extra pieces left. I don't know if I made a mistake or what. But we have this piece here. I understand the other stuff. Did I forget to put something in here? Oh yeah, I did. This goes right here. So it looks like that's what we done for bag one. So bag one just kind of sets it up and it's broken. So we don't really have a complete model. And what I'm gathering is bags 2 and 3, you just have to build things. But we'll do that in the next installment because, yeah, or not the best. We'll do that here after I take a breather. But so far, yeah, we'll break there. All right, now we're going to be moving on to bag number 2. And I think we have to solve exactly what we have to build here to make this work. Okay. And yeah, looks like we got some more colors here. So I think what we're supposed to do is build this. And it's up to us to figure out what we got to do here. Okay. So it's just telling us, okay, you're going to have to figure this out, right? And then you've got to invent. So in addition to parts falling on my lap here, we just need to figure out exactly what we're going to do here with this. So maybe we're supposed to copy part of this or not. So we don't know yet. So I'm going to pop this back off here with the plate. The plate stays on, I guess. And yeah, so these studs here are left open for adding accessories and stuff. Alrighty, well, let's get on to that real quick. So I think we're just supposed to play around with this and make it work. Alright, so I'm just going to guess, which you shouldn't do, but we're going to do it anyways. So I think we're just going to have some fun with this one here. So yeah, I think we're just supposed to just build whatever. So I think what we're supposed to do here is give this a bit more weight. So this part here, you know, or maybe, I don't know, maybe this is supposed to be how it lands. And we'll play around with it and we'll see what we got to do here. Of course, you can just look at this. This gives you a little bit of a hint. So I think what we have to do here is give this in some weight. Remember, it crash landed here. I think this thing's supposed to rotate and use the heavy end. Okay, so we'll see here how this is going to work. So it just gives you question marks like, what do you do? Okay, where do we start with this? Okay. Now, if you got this yourself, you could do whatever you want. You don't have to use all the parts. And we'll see how well this goes here. Well, we got these here. I don't think I can line those up with that, can I? No, that won't work. What about there? I'm just checking here. No, that still won't work. Then what's the point of these for, huh? So it's up to you to figure it out. Well, we're only limited to so many pieces, so I won't be able to like they only give us just these. So obviously we got to build the supports for the rocket. And you can make this any way you want, you know. And let's see here. Well, we got these. So basically you guess. You just make it until it works. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that, but well, that's what I'm thinking we're doing here. I'm just going to add these here at the bottom. And then, yeah, I mean, I'm literally sitting here right now guessing what we're doing. I'm literally guessing right now. Okay. And then I'm just going to shove these here like that. Well, whatever it is, though, I don't think I should be designing spaceships if this doesn't work. Yeah, I shouldn't. Well, you know what? These might fit in here just fine. Now, this is by all means not a tutorial. I'm just guessing here. Okay, so I'm just kind of coming up with my own goofy design here. You could do this any way you wish. It doesn't have any actual building guides. I think you're just supposed to experiment and see. We have extra pieces. So now we're going to attach these to the sides here. Okay, and you got extra parts. So yeah, well, you know what we could do is have that disintegrate. At least they give you a little bit of a crib sheet in order to figure it out. But you know what I'm going to do to make this more exciting? We're going to stick some lights on the back here. I'll just put these back here. Put a little oxygen in there too. You know, there's no oxygen in space, but we'll just pretend that there is. And pretending is part of learning too. How do you think I get good at computer program? I got to pretend and imagine things like that. And so, yeah, bag 2 is basically this, just guess. And then we're going to attach this back onto here again. Okay. And let's get this all set up for you so we can see this thing fail together. I mean, work together. My bad. I don't want to be too negative on this, huh? So basically, this thing is supposed to launch, and it's supposed to land here on this side. Well, let's see if it works. So it goes up like this. We rotate it around. Pretty much, huh? Well, let's say we want to go back to Earth. So yeah, the bulk of the weight is here. So yeah, you bring this down, rotate it around like this. Well, that was a miss. We landed into the back out in space again, so we're going to have to give that another shot here. So that's pretty much what it is. I mean, it's not too bad for what that is. I mean, we survived that kind of in a way, and yeah, that's not too bad for that, but oh, now we got to invent something new. And well, we'll save that for the next thing. Okay, so I'm going to hang on to these pieces here. We're going to unbox bag 3 for this installment. And I want to thank everyone on my main channel as well as Patreon for being contributors. It's always a big help because it helps me stay away from being a rocket scientist and stuff. Okay? And I want to thank everyone for checking out my building guides on rebrickables. That's always a big help. And most importantly, if you take the time to subscribe, like, comment on these videos and my channel and all that stuff, even better. And you know, subscribing is free. You don't have to pay for it. You don't have to sit here and watch me do all this if you choose not to. And yeah, that's it. So, now we got to invent something here. We got to invent something with a computer, so she's got to carry the stuff here. Hey, our rocket landed on there, so right now, well, let's bring this back. Boy, I'll tell you, this thing's not going to make it that long, huh? So let's say we're on the moon right now. Okay. Alright, so we're on the moon, and now we have to invent something. And yeah, so with this here, bag 3 does this. So we got to make something that looks close to that. Okay? And I just remembered something. I got to switch memory cards. Okay, well, at least I have the light working on this thing now. So now we have to build something like this. So she needs a nice place to relax and stuff. So we're going to have to make something that's more seaworthy. Now or space-worthy. Now I build houses and stuff for those who've been watching me. So we're going to make sure she's got a nice place to stay. And yeah, so right now we're going to be at an 8 here. Because I got to get the black paper out and show you. Right there. There's a bunch of pits in this. Look at this. Lego, that's not called for. I'll flat out fail this if I have to see that again. Alright, so now we're back to building this. Now we got to build her something really nice. Alright, so at least here you can come up with your own ideas. So I already learned about gravity and weight, stuff like that. But now she needs a place to sleep and rest. So now we got to see the kind of parts we have. Okay, we have a door frame. We have some windows. We need those. Got to have some moonlight coming through there. We got a wicker door that goes in there. That's what these are called, is wicker doors. We'll set that in there. Except I put mine in backwards. Better not do that. Put it in like that might be better. Okay, so we got our wicker door. So we got a point of entry, and now we got to start building something here. Now you don't have to do what they do here. They give you some stuff that you can build, but you can build this any way you want. It's called an experiment for a reason. Now this is probably going to have an open back, so when I do the tour. So don't expect to have wall-to-wall carpeting and stuff like that in here. Let me bring this close so you can see what I'm doing here. So right here is where we're working at right now. So it's freehand time. You got to make this place space-worthy. Where's the computer she was carrying? That thing right there, and that is a keeper right there. I keep seeing the red light flash, but that's the other memory card. Okay. Hey, I'm learning how to use this camera. That's an experiment in itself. Now, I could do this. Alright, so we got our door. Let's place our door there. Okay, we got to have a hatch. Or we could put the door back here. If we have some hinges, I can hinge this open. So we got a couple of these. Let's do inventory. We got 3. We got 6 of these. Well, we got 7. We got 8. Same height as the wicker door. There's a couple ways I could do this. I could do is I could just use one of these. And remember, I got to have some stuff for a top too. So this could be the top part here, like that. They show it just rounded on one side, but you could do this any way you want. So you could come in here and just start building up some walls. So we got this here. Let's just start. Yeah, I'm kind of limited, guys and gals. I can't do the fancy trims and the moldings and stuff. I can't add a washer and dryer to this. I mean, we're just going to have fun. So basically, bag 3 is you just build whatever you want for her to sleep in. Well, obviously her brains are going to get sucked out through those holes. That's not going to be a... With that air pressure, that's going to be a problem. So, okay. And she needs a nice place to rest. So I think maybe coral would be perfect for a bed. So we'll hang on to that for something else. But, you know, you get this set, build it any way you want. They only give me 3 of those. Oh, there's 4. All we got to do is just build a room real quick. And I wish they gave you a set of hinges and I can make it like a clamshell. Well, you got these here. I could probably make the top open up, huh? If there was a way to do it. So obviously we need to find a way to kind of stitch all this together here. That's going to be a little too big. All right, what we're going to do here is we're just going to take... sorry if my hand's in the way. I'm trying to think right now. It's hard when you're limited on certain parts. We could grab those extra ones if we choose. But let's say we didn't have any extras. There you go. We got this hole in the back here. We might just leave that open. We have this piece here, but we have snot bricks. I could be just inclined to shove this here and have a little window to look out of, huh? Like that. May do that instead. Okay, we'll just pop that out right now. Let's stick this here. Oh no, we got to be careful. We got a hole here. Oh no, that's not going to work. You know what we could do is we make that the sunroof and just leave one side open here for us to reach. And we'll just pretend that it's closed because you got to make these available for play. See, I can do this here like that. I think I'm going to get this here. And then just going to come in here and kind of frame this up here. I mean, they give you just enough pieces in here to really build something. Just to build a little bit of a portion here. But I think the last part of this is that you got to build her some kind of a space station. Okay. And yeah, I mean, it's not bad at all. This is manageable. Now, I'm not going to guarantee that this is going to be durable, but hey, when we do the tour, it'd be pretty cool here. But I will group these so they're not going to get too lost. So I want to leave a spot here open so we can lay her down. And the best thing to do is to strengthen this part up here. I'm going to put this right in here like that. So I'm just going to finagle this in here a bit. I wish they gave me 2 of those. We have these extra windows here. You know what? I may put some windows back here. Let me give you 2 of them. So why don't I just rip out these here? They probably give you just enough here to make this work. Now note, this is not a tutorial, so I don't guarantee this is going to work. Okay. Now I'm not going to add some pretty shutters to this, so you know, that kind of thing. Well, so far it's pretty strong. It's not breaking apart by any means, so there we go. Okay. Now I think what I'm going to do here is focus my attention here. We need to fill this hole back here. Well, they give us just enough slopes to do that. So that's not really sturdy. What do? We'll do that. Now, like I said, they didn't tell me I had to use all the parts or not, which is fine by me. If I could grab in my own collection, I would, but if I did that, I'd be building a whole entire space station with living quarters, decontamination chambers, all that stuff. I don't. I wish I could, but I can't. So we fill that hole in there. Now we can keep the sea rain, or the rain, from falling in there. Got a chainsaw. We got some hinges, so you could have made this hinged open from the top. Too bad I can't find a way to close that up in there, huh? We got some hinges. Let's see here. We haven't even put a bed for her, but this is, I mean, she's got to have a queen-size bed. So let's say this is the yoga mat here. I'm going to shove these right in here. We even got the space logo too, and that's printed. So I think what I'm going to do here is put this little mat in here like that. But what I'm going to do is yeah, right about there. I think that'll be fine. Probably this is the only exciting part of the build, is building your own stuff, because I get to use my imagination, what I see in my mind. And we have, well, okay, we know what we can do. Take that. We got the flag, folks, right there. Put that on the top like that. And we got this valve thing here. Well, you know what I can do to decorate this up? We don't have any 1x3, so I'm just going to shove this here. Well, I guess you can't. You're just guessing, Jay. I know, right? There we go. Now we got a steering wheel. So we need to do the decontamination thing here. You know what? I got an idea. Let's put the computer here, but you know what? We got to make sure we can hold on to it in case we start floating out into space. And I wonder if that would fit in there. Yeah, I know somebody's going to tell me that they're waiting for a tutorial on this. I'm not doing tutorials on these. I cannot get that in there. Hold on, I know you can't see what I'm doing. There we go. I got the computer in there. And too bad there was no way you can hinge. You know what? There probably was a way. We used those handles. We had that thing for the space. You know what I could have done? Oh, we got solar panels. Okay, well, we'll stick this in here. It's not the best. Well, no, let's put the solar panels right here. I need more of those anyways. We got these. Now, let's say I want to make a hinge door. I could have made a hatch back here where we can access that. There's enough bricks here to make an enclosed structure, but what do? You know? Well, let's see if we can kind of tinker here. I got an idea. Didn't say it had to be clean, right? Got to have a place to hang up our coats and hats and stuff. Okay. Put that there like that. And then now, like that. Sloppy, but hey, you know what? Who really cares, right? But now we can open this up. We got a place for the chainsaw to go in. And then we got a radio here. Well, we can't put the radio there, but you know what I can do? Stick one of these there like that, and then stick the radio in there. This is going to be fun doing a tour on. Somebody's going to like, Jay, that doesn't look like anything Lego made. Yeah. And yeah, it doesn't stay in, but you know, hey. And then for these extra pieces, we'll just shove these here just to add a little weight so it doesn't float out into space. And then we got an antenna here for the TV reception. So we get that all one channel. Hopefully it's an interesting channel, not the news channel. And there we go. And this is what we have remaining here for the bag. Not too bad at all. Yeah, she's getting tired. Now she's got a place to rest. Well, it doesn't look anything like it, but it's close enough. So they give you just enough here to make something, but we went deluxe here. So basically you just pop the hatch open, and then she could float in there. Well, my hands are too big for this, but you get the idea. Just kind of have her there. Okay, close it up, and we'll just pretend like, you know, she floated through that door. And we'll see what it looks like in here. That's what it looks like inside. Trying to focus in. And then this is what it looks like on the top. Okay, she's very happy right now. She's got a place to rest. And that's all I have remaining for this portion of the build. And yeah, build her a base, a little space station. She's got a place to rest. And that concludes experiment number 1. Now, that's pretty much about it. Okay, summation of thoughts while I'm setting this up. And yeah, I mean, at the beginning I wasn't too sure about this, but now I can understand what we're going for here. We're actually just playing around. First thing is you build the stage, you set everything up. And we got the debris floating around in space. You got this right here. Let me pull her out. That didn't come apart very well. Hey, I with the limited parts, I can't guarantee that these are going to be perfect, but like I said, you could build this any way you want. And I think that was what Lego's intent was for. Is just to build your own version of this and learn what you need to know here. And let me see if I can get that right there for you, because I also got to do a thumbnail too. In all though, I mean, not too bad. She gets the space helmet. We'll put her here on Earth because that's where it is. And the only way this is going to work is if you have this. It's a bit sloppy, but you know, we haven't even used these yet, so this obviously is in lesson number 2. I might have this one all filmed tonight, but this is essentially what it is. With just this stuff here remaining, but you do get the brick separator, all that stuff. Okay. So honestly, I'd say it's interesting probably for younger builders, with a little explanation as to why, but Lego already has covered that. We need to land safely and securely. We did that. Now we built ourselves a little base station, or space station, to hide in there. So the aliens that suck the brains out of the friend stalls can't come in there and get us. But honestly, though, that's essentially what we've done with lesson number 1. And yeah, it's pretty interesting. I'd say this is more interesting for little kids versus adults. But, I mean, the mechanism's pretty cool. So it's enough here to get you started. But tell me what you think.